Chairs out here. This is what I thought was a candle. Looks like an old blouse. I saw the guy at. It was right up through there. What is up, guys? Thank you for watching Franco Travels. So, I've been getting some things ready. I bought a whole bunch of equipment, spy cameras, so that when I go overseas, I'm a lot safer, and I'm not just holding a soda can with the camera on the inside. So I actually got like these cool sunglasses. I might show it to you guys in another video. Now, I do know from the last experience that I had at this particular graveyard, I'm at the grandmother's graveyard. There's like these little pathways that I found at night on my last video where apparently there's people living in them, and it goes deep into the cemetery here. I'm gonna see if I can attempt to go into that area and seeing what I can find on the inside. So the area that I found is right up there in front of me. Now there are people here because it is Easter, so everybody's visiting their loved ones. But this is definitely the first time I've seen this place so open on the inside. I don't think, even in my past videos, I don't remember ever seeing little pathways through there. So if you guys could let me know what this means. I don't know if that's just a block off, but look at this. I think that's just to block off this area. And kind of walking in here, you can see a little bit of trash. Discarded bottles and stuff. Is that a chair? So where I saw the guy at was right up through there with the night vision. Here's some chairs out here. That is interesting. Wonder how deep this goes. So right here is where I found the tombstone, in which bears no name. Kind of talking loud to see if I can get anybody's reaction back there before I go back there. So far looks quiet. I did get a comment too saying that, Frank, if you're armed, then why are you running away? It's like, listen, just because you're armed does not mean you want to be in a gunfight. That's a whole court procedure that you don't want to be a part of. Whether you're innocent or guilty, it's better just to avoid things. That's your last option. This is the tombstone. You look, there's no name. It looks like it's been stripped off, unless that was copper or bronze and they stole it, which is a little bit messed up, assuming that's what happened. Hello? I'm coming in for a walk. I do not wish to fight. So I'm not too quite sure what all that was about. I mean, I was actually expecting to find more stuff out here, maybe like a little camp or something. Or maybe somebody was out here getting it on or some shit. I don't know. I'll leave it up to you guys to decide what you guys think that was about. But so far, after being out here, I mean, this is just one of the chambers that are out here, like the little pathways. There's also another one that I want to check out, and I think it's further that way. Okay, so I've now made it to the part of the cemetery where I heard the screams coming from in here. Now this part kind of freaked me out a bit because I thought somebody was getting harmed. I think I'll say it as that much. But apparently there was nobody else here when I drove around it. This is after I recorded the area, but hopefully it is still just as I think it is. Right off the back, I got the yellow tapes. And whatever this is what I thought was a candle. And it's not, it's just like a rubbery, it's just rubbery. It almost feels inappropriate. I don't even know what that is. The screams that I heard came around this area up here. And that throws me off because that's not too far where I saw the person kind of going into the forest line area. But those were legit woman screams that I heard. What the hell is that? It's like an off the trail kind of park. I wonder if this connects to the other area. Because literally, I walked on the other side of that. What the hell is that over there? It's like a bag or clothes. Oh, it's a bag. Oh, look at this. That looks like an old blouse. Not sure what that is about. I'm kind of wondering if there's more stuff through here that I didn't see. Because there's already somebody's blouse here, and I remember seeing the same kind of blouse. I think it was red overseas, and that gave me like a pretty bad, image. Anyway, there's still some more stuff over here on the side as well. Right up through here. I don't even want to go in there. Looks like a snake will be inside there. I was literally way up there. Walking. Alright, so right over here, I already found another tombstone. Just kind of buried in the middle of literally nowhere. Look at that. Well, it's not nowhere, but it's deep in the forest. As you can see, there is nothing out here besides these little trails that come through here, which I still don't know what the purpose of these random trails in here for. Okay, so it looks like I've made it to the end of this trail, seeing what goes back here. Back there is like that one road where I used to drive through there with. I didn't even know this whole area here existed. I thought it was just forest, but maybe this is brand new and first I see of it. So this is something new. It looks like they just put a whole fence line here, so I can no longer drive through here. Which is fine. I saw this coming a mile away. All good. Oh, look at that. No parking? It looks like a sign now. No something. And it looks like it's destroyed. If you're wondering what this is over here, this is where, I guess when they dig the hole, they put this in here so the sand doesn't collapse back into the hole. And they're able to put the body in, and then they take it out, cement it up, and some weird stuff like that. Some sorcery. But yeah, this is cool. Anyway, I can't pass the yellow line now because, America. And there's a hidden grave right here that sits all by itself. Not sure why, just does. Kind of hidden in the little forest here. Maybe he was like antisocial or something, so they buried him out here. And there's people yelling over there. Ooh. Right over here. I'm not going inside here because I'm going to get attacked by mosquitoes. I already look like I have nipples all over my body. But look at that. Perry O. Grant, 1882 to 1962. That is the only tomb that sits way out here. So I was expecting so much more to come out from today. I wasn't expecting just to be like these little paths. I thought I was going to find some cool stuff. I mean, I did get to find like a weird shirt or a blouse or whatever, but I don't really know if that really amounts to too much. But there's another place that I want to check out. It's probably going to get dark as I head out there because it's a bit far away, but I want to give you guys a cool little vlog video of places that I usually check out occasionally as I do my videos. This is another area that I've taken you guys here before. I do want to show you guys some of the equipment that I bought to go overseas. I left my spy camera glasses at home charging, but I do have some other stuff I want you guys to see as far as my pretty much everyday EDC is going to be being overseas. Check this out. So I did get a brace mount that I now can mount the camera onto my chest. So you can see I can walk now and kind of have my little camera. It's a little bit shaky, and I do realize people are watching me walk around like a zombie with that car way down there while I'm at the graveyard. But so far it actually looks and works pretty well. So when I'm looking at stuff, I don't really know how well it's going to look until I try it. Maybe it'll work better on a more book bag setting, but if I'm touching things or whatever, I could actually have this mounted there. So my first thing that I got that I want to show you guys is I stuck with a small pocket knife. It's an SRKT knife, and it's really small, doable. See it? SRKT. Beautiful knife, thin. Believe it or not, I use this a lot with cutting rope. I do a lot of weaving, cutting leather, fixing my watch every now and then, every time I have to replace the flashlight. So this is kind of one that I would use for random stuff, I guess. I got this one, but my main knife that I want to be taking with me is this one. So this is my other SRKT knife. Beautiful. I love the metal on this. Apparently it has a really good strong metal for this particular knife. Do I know the metal name and what's it called? I don't. But this is the knife right here. Look at that. This one I'll be using to cut wood, shaving off wood shavings if I make a fire. Because I do know sometimes wherever the places that I'm at don't have good like stoves or ovens, so you have to kind of make a fire in the back. Pretty much primitive, a bit survivalistic, and I love that. One of my next favorite things that I want to show you guys is the bit bar. This was extremely hard to get, and I'm actually excited that I was able to get it. But it's this device right here. This is one of my most favorite items and devices that I have with me. It's clippable, it's like the size of my finger, and no, this video is not sponsored by any of these people. This is just tools that I noticed that I needed a lot while being, traveling pretty much. But as you can see, I have all my bits here that I would need, and all I would need to do is just go ahead and grab a particular type of bit. I don't even know how I said that word, but whatever, and put it right in here, and I could use this to quickly adjust and fix whatever I do need. And it's super small, compact, and I could literally get lost with it inside my pocket. This is something else that I was using or been building up to for the next time I travel out. Check this out. A little sticker. This is The Way from Yoda and The Mandalorian, which that show has been dramatically destroyed since this last season that I seen. Hope I didn't mess that up for you guys, but I didn't say anything. Just don't expect too much if you haven't seen the last season yet. This is like my little leather pouch I'll put on my belt holster while I'm walking. And these are my tool repair kits. Look at that. I do have another, I think this is a Gerber. A Gerber knife, my tool ratchet sets. These are my bits right here in the inside. I don't want to take everything out. I just kind of want to do this quickly. But this here on the inside, those are my bits for my Leatherman that I could use. And I also have these bits for my computer laptop. These are more micro, so I'll be able to go ahead and take stuff out. It's very retro. Small, and like look at the size of it compared to my hand. It's super minute, and you just take it and you light it up, and you got this cool little fire flame if you ever need to make a fire or whatever. I'm not always rubbing flint together, but if you don't find me rubbing flint, I use this thing. I will be bringing a drone on this next trip, and this is the Mavic Mini. As you can see, look how small it is compared to my hand. This could literally fit in my pocket and is not too far big enough for my bit bar. It's almost not too far along, probably a couple inches bigger. But yeah, this is going to be my new drone. It does fold open too, and it kind of just opens up a little bit more. So we'll be having a drone now doing those cinematic shots when I do those cool movie scenes. As soon as I finish that last segment, look what I just found inside this tunnel, or this tomb actually. Look at this. There's someone's shoes there, right? And I'm like, that can't be the person that passed away here. But if you look over here, at the very top area, there's someone's clothes. What is that about? There's a Bible in the back. Not sure if you could see, but right there's a picture of a man and some lotion. I don't know what that's for. But yeah, there's a picture of a guy there. And those are his clothes right there. That's brand new clothes too. Well, not brand new, but that looks recently used. That's not old. Here's another tomb with another tunnel. Oh, I think this one you could see a skull. So right there, if you look, that's the skull of another body. Trying to see if I could get a better view of it. I want to check out this place. I want to keep the camera low because I hear music. Hola, ¿cómo está? Solo me estoy mirando. Oh, bueno, gracias. All right, well, I thought that was going to be interesting to check out, but there's a guy there. He's like, no, for the family. Well, at least they're protecting it, I guess. So I will not go there. I will see if there's something else I could check out. This whole area here is kind of an indication that there's an underground area, but I don't even know how to get down there. Look at this. See that? So if I could find a way to get in there, that'd be awesome. Things are more decayed and messed up. This is new. I've never seen this before. And I guess something's falling apart. Oh, that's why. There's a tree growing out of this one that's slowly coming out of the tomb. Let me see if I can make my way towards the other side back here. So that's the tree right up there. Oh, that is so weird. I don't even see the tree. It's just randomly growing. So I was just passing through here. And over here, if you look. Oh, I got a big knife inside my jacket and just poked at me. If you look here, those are little candles with prayers. It's been here for a minute, so it's actually kind of washed out. But look over there. There's a bone. I have to be careful where I stand here. I don't trust this at all. Oh my God. So right over here. Is a bunch of bones. It looks like from this angle, this whole box here, which I think, it's weird because it's supposed to be a child casket, but the bones are very, very big. So that looks more like an adult. But I think it was right up here and it fell, or somebody yanked it down, pulled it down, where it fell onto the floor. I don't know if they were looking to steal stuff, but yeah, that's actually kind of upsetting. And the fact that they just recently worked on here to here, they could have at least put this back in place so it's not so open. Look at this one. I still have to be careful. Look at all those bodies that go straight down there. There's a little Santa Maria sticker there. But look at this. It's completely opened. Maria Candelaria. And look at this. Someone left some candies here. And some alcohol, which is alcohol. But this is what kind of intrigued me the most. Look at all that. And it's kind of been deteriorated by the rain. Walking through this area, this window's already open. So far this place has been pretty empty. Every now and then I'll see someone. But look at this. Just open at the top. That's definitely, I think that's definitely a baby. Because you can see how small the bones are. And it's just kind of hanging in there through the window. Sad part is people just stick their hands inside and they just grab things. And I already know for a fact they definitely grab bones. I was just watching a news article the other day, and they said that they got into this one guy's house for drugs. And when they went into his house to collect the drugs and arrest the dude, at the same time, they found a whole bunch of skeletal remains of skulls, some children, some adults, and they were thinking that he was some sort of serial killer or something. Apparently, it was pretty much grave robbing, stealing skulls and bones. Sometimes they believe it's good luck, and sometimes it could be for other things. The only reason why I know of this graveyard is because the footage that I seen online of a couple of kids making their way inside this very mausoleum. Now, they blocked out a couple of other entrances going inside here, and I'm trying to see if I can find the other entrance, which should be a little bit more north from here. But this is the footage that I found. I really wanted to be the one to show you guys this, but in case I don't find a way inside, this is the footage that they recorded going into this very mausoleum.
No sé si muchos recuerdan esta imagen, seguramente sí lo recuerden. Es de un video bastante visto en mi canal, lo pueden encontrar en el link que les voy a dejar en la descripción. Increíblemente, hoy
This is one of the entrances inside to getting underneath this huge mausoleum. Remember, all through here is all underground catacombs that run huge underground. But this is one of the doors that I seen them get in through. But it just looks like it's been welded, like completely welded shut. It just has a secret staircase that takes you all the way down. And you instantly have full access. But look at that. And it goes straight down. This is still close to the area. I was wondering if maybe I could see it have the tunnels, but no tunnels. Even if there was, I wouldn't go down this one. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to find a way to getting inside that mausoleum. I'm literally walking all through here, and the thing is underground. It's like a big cross of chambers. So I wanted to see if I could find another opening somewhere, but I don't see it. And I found another opening that's just been recently sealed. But I can't get through that one. That one's too dangerous. So I just found this thing. Oh my God, this should be interesting. This is new. Look at the roof. There is bones everywhere. Oh, there's an air coming out from the ground. This looks like this is one of the chambers to get you inside, I think. Oh, but this is actually kind of creepy. I don't know if this is it or not, but I'm trying to see if I can see wind gusts coming from the spider webs or if it's coming from the window. Look at all the bones. Fall. Look at this. There's bones literally everywhere. Oh my God, that's a tiny spinal cord right there. See it? That's a spinal vertebrae or something like that. Jesus. All the front parts of here have been torn open. I'm just scared because if this whole thing caves in, I'm gonna be one with them. This right here is a baby casket, and sadly it looks like they stole the entire body. See? There's nothing in here but the cloths that remain. See the little bit of the cloth there? And then over there, inside that box, right in there, it looks like a key or something metal. Could be a cross. I'm gonna see if I can get out of here because I'm actually kind of close to the entrance here. But this place is insane. I'm also trying to make sure I don't step on anything or anyone. I do not want to come off as disrespectful, but that is amazing. So it looks like it's about to start raining out here. In a minute, I might make my way to that one area where I've seen all the human remains, so you guys can see how it looks tonight. Completely different from the last time I was here. So I gotta walk down this huge hallway that goes on forever till I find that staircase that takes me downstairs. Thing is, this area looks amazingly well kept. So this is that staircase that takes you straight down. Wow, they fixed up all the lighting. And this whole area looks extremely cleaned up now. Wait a second, did they really? They patched up everything. Every one of these things were ripped open on the ground with their caskets sticking out. You saw spider webs and everything. Oh my God. They're everywhere. Look. Well, I mean, obviously, but that's a femur. Okay, so that right there that you see, that is a skull, the top of the skull. That blanket in the inside, when they do autopsies, they put a blanket in there so it could stop all the bleeding or absorbs the blood. All right, as I'm walking up, I'm seeing something way up there. Check this out. There's a skeleton. Señor La Muerte, Mr. Death. Or Señor La Muerte, Mr. the Death. I don't know what that means, but, well, I think that's exactly what it means. Is there anything else here on the side that I don't see? If you guys can see something there, I don't see anything. But this is little stuff here that people hide in here. They're always hidden inside areas that you can't see. I'm not going to be touching any of that stuff because I really don't know what's in there or what the deal is. They do it under a cross, and I don't know if it's like a black magic or witchcraft, or maybe that's a good thing, because I know in Mexico, I think they have Dia de los Muertos, so they have a lot of skeleton pictures everywhere. It doesn't mean that it's evil, well, you know, despite of its appearance, if that makes any sense. So I want to fix something that I said in my last video. I was told wrong, very wrong, about a group of people that live out here, and they're called gauchos. And I think I said they were kind of like an Amish community or whatever. I was wrong. I was kind of well educated, and I was like, well, I was wrong on that. They're cowboys, and I had no idea that that's what that meant. But someone had told me that information, and they were way off. So they're more like cowboys that live off the land, kind of. And yeah, has nothing to do with religion or anything. But yeah, cowboys type of thing. Instead of the cowboy hats, they got the Italian hats kind of looking thing. And it's a little bit different. Never seen that before, but still interesting. Hola? Alguien? Not a soul in sight. Well, let me not say soul, but not a person in sight. All right, so I did some looking around so I could find something interesting, and I did find this. See how I'm telling you it's always hidden in the most unlikely area? I could literally turn the camera this way and you wouldn't even know there's a hole there, you know? So you gotta really look for all the little tiny crevices and stuff. But anyway, let's see what's inside here. I think that could be a voodoo doll or some sort of doll. It has red stitching in the back, and there's a note to it. So I'm not going to touch it, which is why I bought Leathermans. These bad boys here. Highly recommend them. I love these things. This is the Leatherman signal. I'm always talking about it. Oh, it's heavy. The hell does that say? Alright. says Amenito Antonio Stomare 0703 A977. I've never seen that before. A lindo nostoya bonides. Hold on, I'm gonna send this to a picture to someone I know, and I'm gonna see if I could get kind of a meaning of what that means. But look at this. It's super heavy in the front. They put buttons for eyes. There's probably a dead animal or something on the inside here. They usually do that, or probably put remains and they bury it so they could ask the spirit world or someone from the spirit world to help out. See if there's anything else in there. Seems to be a bit of a candle on the inside as well. Oh, that is interesting. And that right there is a black candle. That's actually a lot harder to see. And you can see a bit of a champagne bottle. So right inside this little hole here, you see that? It looks like almost someone did it on purpose. I'm gonna go ahead and shine this light. I'm doing this with two hands, so bear with me. I'm gonna zoom in. See the little plastic bags? What the hell is that about? At first I thought they were like raisins or like a form of leather, but they're definitely in there. I would like to take one of them out, but look, there's even bugs or ants crawling around it. It almost looks like it's covered in electrical tape too. That is weird. And it's just buried right inside of here. I want to see if there's any more things, but it doesn't look like it. Could be buried under this. Let me lift this part up here open. Sometimes I'll try to... Oh, I see something in there too. Look at that. That's actually burnt newspaper. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in on for you guys. I don't know what that's for, but there does seem to be something burnt or wrapped inside that. That's something else. God, that is so weird. I don't know. If you guys have any information too, let me know. Always feel free to write in the comments of what you think is in there or what they're putting in there. Is it an animal? Is it drugs? Is it body parts? Is it dark? Or is it light? I learn a lot from the comments, so feel free to let me know. But check this out. I go right inside of here, and look, just like that, I have another bag with something on the inside. I don't know what else is in there. Just that bag. If it was more accessible, I would try to open it, but it's not. You know what's weird too? There's like a little cable wrapped around it. Look at this. Zoom into it. See that little wiring? It goes right into the inside and wraps around the bag. I don't know what that's about. It almost looks like they want to come back for it later or something, making it a little bit more easier accessible or something. There seems to be some paper there. That's weird. Look at this. See, a lot of the times I would shove something in here, but I don't see anything. This looks to be a little bit untouched. You can kind of a little bit see a saint and an angel on this picture. I just wouldn't be surprised that they would even throw something into these tombs or maybe try to close the door or something. Just like this. I don't know what I'm going to see in here. Viewer discretion is advised. Someone closed this door, but it's definitely still accessible. this. I guess there was a kid that was buried here. Or if not, a kid visited and left some dolls here for the family. Oh, there is a kid right here. See him? Much amor. Much love is pretty much what that means. Hija. So it was a girl. Rest in peace. But I guess no one left anything dark here, which is good. I am walking, and I see this tomb here. No, it's locked. I can't get inside, which is fine. But look at this. I don't know what that is. And it stinks. It's like a weird fluid coming out from the top. I want to see if it's red. If I touch it with this. Oh, it's gooey. Oh. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna drop it there. I don't even want to know what that is. It looks like sticky. Oh, come on, Frank, keep it together. It's just the stinks. But it looks gooey and sticky. And, yeah, it could be embalminal fluid or something. But that is disgusting. Oh, I did not want to do that. I'm hearing noises over here for some reason. Oh my God, what is this about? So I don't know if this is normally open or not. Alright, so this is someone's tomb. Is that a whip? Or some sort of rope? Looks like a whip with the little lasso at the end of it. But again, this is somebody's tomb and they kind of took it and used it for tools. But yeah, I think this place looks a lot different than what it normally does during the nighttime. See if they changed anything in here. Still the same pictures, melted pictures here. Random picture of this girl eating a burger. And some love letters. It looks like a sleeping bag. Alright, I'm gonna get out of this area. This place looks so different during the daytime. It almost looks beautiful and pretty. In fact, I think it does look beautiful and pretty. But I wanted to see if I could check out some of the locations that I was having a lot of issues in getting to on my last videos because there was people there. Like this guy right in front of me. I don't know who this guy is. I think he's military. Again, this is during the daytime now, so things are different. It's not like how it is at night. Daytime people come by and visit. Oh yeah, he's going into the tomb of the warriors. Now there was a big war here that took place. And ever since then, now they have this whole big tomb here where the warriors go in and they visit. I've been into this place one time and I've been underground, but I had to be careful. I didn't even know this whole thing was open. Sorry if you hear my nose when but I'm still recovering from being sick. As of right now, I'm passing the tomb where I actually found the walkie-talkie that I always take with me everywhere. It was actually inside this tomb right here. You said something? How did you know I was gonna walk in here, huh? And just stare at it. But yeah, it was in this room where there was a walkie-talkie right there. You can kind of still see like the movement around it, like somebody placed it there. I don't even know who it belongs to. I think it belongs to security or one of the security guards I asked to see if it belonged to anyone. No one took ownership of it. So I'm like, you guys mind if I hold on to it? Since I'm coming here almost every night. I did get what was like a weird static thing every time I go to a certain area. In fact, I feel kind of foolish because I didn't even bring the walkie-talkie with me today. I should have, because I think it would have been interesting to see if it goes off while walking through here during the daytime. I think it's this way, where I saw all those people praying in a room. I think it was like a religious prayer because I heard Jesus and stuff, but it was right up through here. This is where the dog was actually stopping me from going in there, like it didn't want me to go in. Look at him. Taking charge. There's like a black bird up there too, waiting for me at the top of the tomb. I think it's a vulture. This place is just filled with vultures. Look at them. See how they're staring at me? Sorry for the wind noise, but it's really windy here. Look at them. Thing is, there's not a lot of dead things out here. Everybody's inside tombs. So I don't even know what's feeding the vultures. And right where that vulture is the tomb where the people were doing a prayer. Why are you guys surrounding this area? So I think something's dead. Or someone is dead. I mean, obviously, because I'm in a graveyard. Oh, look at that one. Am I missing something? The hell would be people praying inside this room for at night? The thing is, it looked like when they were praying inside this room, it looked like they were praying for something to go away, like, Jesus, please, you know, kind of like, it looked like, I've been to church before, so when I was a kid, they would do prayers like that to kind of vanquish demons and dark stuff and evil presence. You okay? Yo, this vulture does not want to leave. Oh, he looks like he's getting ready to attack. Am I safe? I think we're in danger. Oh shit, there's a bunch of them. I gotta make myself big. Let's get out of here. I think these vultures are protecting their young, if they have kids in there or something. Come on, Chocolate. Come on. Come on. Chocolate. To each his own. He's gone now. Some guy just showed up on a bike. Buena, ¿qué tal? That is weird. A random guy just showed up on a bike. Come here, Chocolate. See him? What was that about? That is the first time I seen that. So I thought for sure that guy was gonna try to rob me, because that's what they do. They show up on scooters just like that. And all I have for defense today, I'm not really carrying too much stuff besides my watch and my little GoPro camera. But this is kind of what I'm using today as a defense weapon. So the guy on the scooter is literally going the same place I'm going. And I think he just took off this way. This is the library of tombs that I was telling you guys about. You know what? Come, Chocolate, let's go this way. Buena, ¿qué tal? So I got two guys on a bike heading down that way. They just came out of nowhere. That was the guy that I was concerned about, and he has a partner. I don't know if I was able to catch them, but they came out of nowhere. I'm gonna actually start walking more forward, getting up through here. I actually had to take out my blade on that one. I wasn't sure. They were coming after me quick, but they were just going that way. Trust no one, especially no matter where you're at. Just trust no one. Don't ever just think, oh, I'm in a safe place because you're in a graveyard. You don't know. You don't know. The stories that I heard, oh, look at where I'm at. This area here, there's actually somebody's skull right there on the inside. Check this out. So this is that tomb where somebody broke into it. Could have been guys just like those guys passing on the scooter. And look right over here. Somebody took somebody's skull out of a tomb and just put it there on display so everybody could see it. It's kind of messed up when you think about it. And those guys took off that direction. And I don't know if you guys remember, but do you remember that time I went up a tall mountain to the very top and I got to see the graveyard? That's that dangerous mountain right there. Look at that. It's a lot taller than what it looks. A lot taller. Toma chocolate. You gotta be thirsty. Want some agua? There you go. Here. Drink. That's a thirsty dog. That's a thirsty dog. I didn't know you were thirsty, huh? I can make it down here. Oh, they definitely did. Or I think they did. Look how it looks like. I don't know if you guys could see it, but look at the floor. It's all dried up. All right, I'm gonna get out of this area. Still gotta be careful because I'm getting closer to the back part of the cemetery. I feel dehydrated already. Gave my last bit of water to the dog. This is new. I'm actually right at the area where the kids' graves are. Like if I keep going further down through here, make a right, that's where I saw what looked like a child sticking his head out of the tomb, right in there. See it? That was a tomb part. And look what I just found over here. That's something that makes me nervous about this graveyard, because they're constantly killing animals in the name of sacrificing to a different god or a demon or to bring something else out. But that was completely unexpected. I wasn't expecting to see that. And she looks fresh. Look at her feet. This just died. What is this? That's the head of a bird. Someone took the head of a bird, ripped the head off, threw it here. Look. Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Not that one. I'll give you something to eat, but not that. That's a dead bird. You're gonna end up getting you're gonna get cursed. That's definitely the skull of the bird. How ironic that that just came out of, I think it just came out of this tomb. You're gonna eat it no matter what, aren't you? See, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Those guys over there. They are watching. This is stupid. I need to get towards that area, and that's the area that they seem to be protecting. See if there's anything new. Oh, you remember this? That's starting to get rotten now. And more dead birds. Come on, Chocolate. Let's get out of here. You don't want to smell this stuff. Come on. Okay, so update. These guys are like a pack of hyenas. They stay back, they watch you, they wait for your weakness or whatever they think is weakness, and then they pounce. I'm not saying that these guys are choros or bandits, but they definitely come off as choros or bandits. And I'm gonna assume that they are, but they're watching me. They know I'm here. It doesn't change, even if it's daytime. That could have been, I don't recall correctly because I don't remember the face too well, but that could have been one of the guys that chased me, trying to rob me the last time with a bat. Again, I don't know. It could be a different guy. I don't remember the skinny other guy, but he's not even there, but the other guy came back. Why would you come back? And one more other thing is that area is where the children's cemetery part is of the cemetery. I can't get back there. I want to. There's a part of me that just wants to just go right in there, but I don't want to walk into a trap. What if there's more? You know, more than one person. Sorry if you see me covering the microphone, but I don't want you guys to get just wind noise 24/7. But that is suspicious. and I have literally 30 minutes left. I'm now approaching the area where I got chased out by the guys with flashlights. They're always sitting right up through there. See them? There's a guy there now, sitting in the chair. So there's this random guy just sitting in the chair there. I don't see his bike around. I don't know if that's the same guy, but he's just sitting there watching around. Could be security, could be a choro. What do you guys think? I'm not going anywhere near him though. But he's literally watching the area where the kids are. That whole area where you hear all the kids screaming and weird stuff is right down there. How weird is that? That there's a guy way back there. That's the only area that I want to get to. Again, I might be speculating. Could be security, but that's the same place I got chased out with a guy with a baseball bat. Two of them. Two guys. So this is one of the gates here. Now during the daytime it's not as dangerous. It's only at night outside these streets you have to be extremely careful for. Well, I actually thought that was a person just leaning up there. And then you got this guy's face. But yeah, this area here is not as dangerous during the daytime. At night this whole place is like a shit show. You got to be careful. There's people left and right just stealing and breaking in. I don't know if they knocked down this fence just to get in here, but they just now covered that up. Let's take a look outside. They pretty much wait for people to show up, and they come out with flowers and stuff trying to sell you flowers. That's literally how they make their business. But they'll be out there for hours doing the same thing. I don't know if you guys remember this. Oh, these steps are horrible. I haven't been in here in so long. Oh, the pillow's still there. I remember seeing that. I never knew the purpose of why there's dust and a big hole in the center. I never figured it out. I don't know if that was for remains or cremations of somebody's body or what. Hey, Chocolate, you're coming down here too? You gonna come down here and explore? You know this place already. This dog literally lives in the cemetery. God only knows how much shit you've seen. Okay, so at this point now, the time is currently 4:28. I'm gonna see if I can start making my way out of here towards the front left entrance, because if not, they're probably gonna start chasing me out, and I'd rather just not get told anything. So yeah, this is a cool little daytime explore of this graveyard. I mean, look at this little area that I'm at here. Look how, I don't even think I've been to this particular side. But I'm not sure if I even got to show you guys this. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Especially this tomb. I would love to get access inside here. But this looks like it's securely locked. If it wasn't a graveyard, this place would make a really good paintball shooting place with all the corners and stuff. So I'm pretty sure these guys are like security that are just standing in there. See them? So I feel not as bad now just to start walking, because they're all just kind of lined up all over the place. But right here is the statue of Ricardito. That's the spirit that roams this place, protects it, and all sorts of stuff. Let's get a closer look and see what things people left around Ricardito. Why can't you just come with me for like all my places? You make me feel less afraid of anything. Don't eat Ricardito's food. People leave candy there. Some cookies, cars, and toys. Someone even left some juice here. And this is a famous Ricardito. I actually have a picture of him in my wallet. Someone gave me a picture of it and I'm like, alright, I will work with it. Niño Ricardito cuida de mi madre y que cuidar mejor. Pretty much take care of my mom and take care of me. I think I said it right. I think I said it right. But take care of my mom and take care of me. You got other people that leave their pictures here. It's usually pictures of kids. Just so that way people could take pictures. I mean, not pictures, but if they put their picture on the wall, Ricardito will take care of them. To their struggle in everyday life. I guess that makes sense. That's probably why there's so many pictures of babies everywhere. And I think I mentioned it before, but these are all the people that had wished or prayed upon Ricardito to take care of them and bless them for things that they were going through. And then you got all these little drawings here that are kind of wrapped up on the walls here. This I like. Isn't that nice? Little angel baby. One up at the top. There's some more paintings here on the side. I don't know what they mean. I guess this is like a guy that was working, helping his cow. And then God was like, it is your time, son. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like another angel baby up there. You can probably see his legs. It's like, it is your time, son. It's like, but I'm not done feeding the cows. It's like, it doesn't matter. Your time has come, and soon I'll come after the cows. I don't know what it means, but I always like to make up stories with these magnificent artworks. He looks curious. It's like, maybe I should check out death and relieve myself from this torment. Doesn't seem to have anything desecrated or any thievery going on. But just interesting. Oh, look at that. I just saw a random guy fully decked out. I don't know if he's going to try to talk to me or not. But it doesn't seem to have anything, you know, destructive here. It's all pretty clean, it looks. But I like it. Oh, is that angels fighting the devil? Look at that. That's an interesting piece of work right here. I hope you guys could see it, because it's so sunny out. He's got the sword of truth fighting against the darkness of Satan. Look at that. He's even got a tattoo. What does that say for his tattoo? It says, Cron... not even gonna try to pronounce it. It's a half, so he didn't even get his tattoo finished. But look at that. Looks like Gorgon the Destroyer. I don't know if you know who that is, but it's a meme. So it looks like there's a tomb with a hole that goes to the bottom. And it seems to be riddled with trash. And an ear infection doctor for like a newspaper ad. But no casket or sarcophagus. Maybe this grave was removed and they're removing it with something else or something. Because usually I heard rumors that after a while, if you're buried here for centuries or for like 10 years or over 10 years, your body just becomes bones or dust. And then they take out your grave and they replace it with someone else, and someone else takes your spot because your whole family bloodline is probably gone by the time that they remove you or something like that. I'm not sure, but that's what I heard. So, nothing is permanent. Not even your grave, unfortunately. It would be nice to think so, but not really. Hola, how are you? You okay? I'm not supposed to touch you, but I'm willing. You can smell my finger if you like. It hasn't been anywhere inappropriate. Look at that beautiful face. Oh, you're such a clean cat. You're a male. Well, yes, you are. She's gonna go to sleep. Well, he's gonna go to sleep. There. Oh, you're like a dog, so you're like a half-breed. That's pretty sexy. I've never seen a cat's leg do that. Usually just the animals, the dogs. All right, brother. Be safe. Dab it up. Touch me. There you go. I'm now on the other side of the cemetery, and I found this beautiful painting here. And it actually looks like they really went detailed on the face. But right over here to the right, I found this little corner here. Usually this is where the magic tends to happen. Start finding some interesting stuff. So far, not much. toilet paper. Oh, that means they must do the business here. And it looked like at one point there was a lot of velas. Oh, I think there's a person working there. So I'm pretty sure back there's like a guy watering the hose there. I don't want to like kind of shove the camera in his face. But still trying to look. I mean, it looks like they're keeping this place well kept. Not that I'm trying to look for imperfections. I'm just exploring a graveyard. Just sometimes you get little nuggets of interestingness that seems to just pop up all around here, which I'm hoping I could probably find. So the good news is that the temperature is now starting to drop. As it's starting to hit summer for United States, over here the temperature is now dropping as it's becoming winter. And my God, I'm starting to love it. It's not as hot, even though the sun is hitting me, but if you go into the shade, it feels nice and cool without any humidity. The thing is that I usually, when I travel, I like to follow the winter. But lately everything got all mixed up and now I'm just following the summer. And kind of sucks now because now I'm just getting hot no matter wherever I go. Look at that. Nike. It looks somewhat old, like an older picture. It has his name and everything right behind it. I don't really want to touch somebody's stuff. Barticus. Rest in peace, man. That's actually the first time I've seen such a young person, but like they have like a huge picture kind of buried. There seems to be a little wrapped up bag. These are the bags I'm telling you about. It's like a nice little quick EDC way to do some quick witchcraft and throw it out. They usually wrap up stuff on the inside. That one actually feels empty, but it looks just like that. And they wrap it up on the inside and they throw like some dead animal or chicken stuff or chicken legs. So right here you have another beautiful bundle of love, but she seems to be a pansy. She's scared, or he's scared. What if I sat right here? No? Right here, look, 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 look. I mean no harm, child. I come with pure intentions. No? Alright. Jumped out of this tomb here. See it? Looks like someone was buried in the bottom, but at the top is where like another person goes. So usually it's the husband, the wife, and unfortunately one day the children. But it looks empty though. It doesn't even look like there's a casket in the bottom of it. And I think right up here in the front there's a guy that prays for all the people that passed away. That's just what he does. He'll be there and he'll pray consistently to everyone who passed away. See if we can see him. There he is. And every once in a while, a couple of hours, he'll do his rounds and start praying for blessings for everyone throughout the cemetery. And I think this is where they live. Right inside there. That's like their office. They would stay in that office all night and they'll just kind of watch over the graveyard. But holy crap, look at this picture. So as you can see, he's now starting to do his rounds where he's going to start praying for everybody in the tombs. And if you look at his hand, he's got the beads, the Catholic beads. And that's what he does. Right on time. I didn't even know he was going to start doing that yet. That would be an interesting job, just to do prayer. I wonder the things that he's probably seen out here. Look at that. Such an old picture. It's starting to decay out. The little plastic mesh that goes in the top is slowly peeling off. I wish there was a time where you could like scan a QR code and it would tell you all about the person's life and how they passed away and who they were. So you kind of have more of a reference, not just a creepy old picture that doesn't really have any, you know, substance to it. So check out this Virgin Mary statue, right? Usually you see eyes that are painted, but she's got legit real eyes. So when they made her, they put real doll's eyes inside of her. And now she's got that really creepy wide-eyed look. So you're not gonna believe this. As I'm watching this statue, I look to my left and I see this guy just staring right at me. Why would you put him there? He's like, ¿Qué pasa, bro? What's up, bro? Bro, they lied, bro. They told me I wasn't sick. He's just chilling there. That's so weird. Oh, look at those eyes. He's got like black eyes. Why would you put his head on top of a tomb? Especially like that. I wonder if it's like to scare off bandits. Because literally it's just on top of a tomb. And the way his sun is hitting his eyes, looks like his eyes are black. I just heard somebody scream up there too. I want to check out this area right over here. Hear it? So I know a lot of you guys know that I'm going to be going back to Florida, but just letting you guys know, I'm only going back to drop off my stuff, give a kiss on the cheek to my mom, say hello to my dad so he could see that I became something, you know, maybe he could say he was wrong about me, I don't know. And then from there, I take a beautiful airplane and I'm going towards what could be Greenland, Iceland, and making my way towards Europe, hopefully to like Japan, and then all these other crazy locations. So of course, like always, the adventure will always continue. But just letting you guys know, it doesn't just stop there. I'm just dropping off some things. And hopefully I could get my father's respect. So I've made it to the Statue of Dignity. Look at this. That's how you know this is a Catholic, and also with the drawings. Look at that. Oh wow, you can see his teeth. They even painted his teeth in. But every Catholic cemetery usually has a picture of Jesus or a whole life-size statue. So I just made my way to a nearby mall from the cemetery. I'm gonna see if I can go upstairs, grab something to eat, because I don't know what it is. I feel like the sun completely just took away all my energy. Grab some water and probably some chicken and get back on the road and continue exploring. Wish me luck. I think I have to go all the way up to the second floor. All right, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, but this is like the little world of the escalators. And I don't know what happened, but I literally got all my features on my watch where it showed me my altitude, everything that's important to me, and it all just got resetted. So now I gotta re-update this, which kind of sucks. Wasn't expecting that. But the restaurants should be on the very top floor. And I like how I just got a goal, like if I'm climbing staircases, which God knows I'm not, but I'm gonna just take this and be happy and be like, I did something, I accomplished something today. This is a super serious security guard at Encarnacion. He fought many wars and battles, and he went as far as to save a dog. Hola, ¿qué tal? So I've been coming into a current issue every time I travel from a different country to a different country. When I'm traveling, carry light. Don't take anything else that you need to. Don't buy anything you don't need to, because you will end up coming out with a duffel bag of stuff and you have nowhere to put it. And then you got to put it to the airplane, and the airplane charges you over $50 just to carry each bag that you won't be considered as carry-on. So, and it's just a terrible mess to be carrying. So I'm literally giving all my stuff away just so that way I could carry light, which sucks. So remember, don't buy anything unnecessary. You should see the bags that I have at the house. And I'm currently asking people, you guys want it? Before I throw it away. Now I made it to the theater area. Right over here is where I want to go. So they have Burger King, nah. Umari, nah. Paradilia, no, it sounds like a mental disorder. Pizza Hut, definitely not. That's gonna give me stomach acid. KFC, I eat it too much. I think I'm gonna go for Autogrill. Autogrill is what I'm trying to shoot for. That would be cool. Yep, because if you look, they have the nice chicken and stuff. In fact, let's just zoom right into it. This is what I'm gonna get. So I just got my food from a place called Auto Grill. Look at this. I was expecting more fries, but it's okay. I'm trying not to eat too much bread anyway. And then I got some nice piece of chicken and fries and some banana, like sweet banana. See how this goes. This is something to give me energy because I am so exhausted with the videos that I've been doing for the past couple of weeks now. I've been like going crazy on videos. So I think one of the things I'm gonna miss here the most is that dog Chocolate. Every time I went to that graveyard, he would instantly know it was me and come up and lay his head on my lap. And then he would come with me all over the graveyard. He was like my buddy. I'm gonna miss that dog. I would take him with me if I had a place to keep him. Feels nice and fresh outside, like the temperature went down by a lot. What is up, guys? So it's now coming towards the end of my day. I just got off the phone with my mom and my dad, and I think my dad got ripped off because one of the water pump hoses had a leak. And in order to replace the water pump hose on the motor, which is on the outside of the motor, for some reason the guy had to take off the top part, revealing the cylinders to the motor, which is weird because you don't need to do that. And yeah, I think he overcharged, but now I'm worried because he never replaced the gasket to that little part where you take off the top part of your motor. Always replace the gaskets, because long term that could cause oil leaks or have like the antifreeze run inside the motor or something, or water leaks or whatever. So I'm a little bit nervous now because I got to check this and make sure I'm able to get the truck repaired in case of emergencies, because it's gonna suck if I have another issue like that. I did want to do more on the video today, but because I'm getting ready to leave this beautiful place to go back home, don't get me wrong, home is beautiful too, but I'm just gonna miss it here. It's like a sense of freedom, a park. It's like, believe it or not, it's not as dangerous. I live in Orlando, so Orlando is the most dangerous. So thank you guys for watching Franco TV. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a bit rushed. I did check out this graveyard I wanted to check out. I thought it was gonna be a lot more interesting and more in-depth, but it kind of is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. I should be coming out with something much more cooler on the next video. So that being said, I will see you guys on the next adventure. Bye, guys.